I think he's like this super resilient duck who just is living his best life despite his disabilities. Unless you get up close to Seymore and really look at him and notice that he doesn't have eyes, you would never notice from afar that anything was amiss. He walks normally, he swims well, he gets in and out of the pool on his own and does all of these normal duck things. And we've also kept him with his best friend. So Seymore and Penelope are very bonded, which is unusual for a duck and a chicken. And I think Seymore follows Penelope a little bit. So Penelope will find the food first and then start squawking. And Seymore, I think, seems to follow the sound over to the food bowl. And they get very stressed when they're apart. We also put his food and water bowls on textured rubber mats so that once his feet hit the mat, he knows that he's close to food and water. And that helps him navigate a little bit. There was a feed store employee who noticed that this one duckling, who was just a day or so old, did not appear to have any eyes. So they contacted rescue. And originally, Seymore was developing quite normally. He was hitting all of his developmental milestones. And we believed at the time that his only disadvantage would be the fact that he was born without eyes. One day, we noticed that he could not walk. He kept flipping over on his back, and then he couldn't get himself situated. And we took him to the vet, and the vet thought that the same congenital defect that had caused him to be born without eyes might also have affected the development of his motor skills. The vet suggested euthanasia. But we also felt like he needed a shot. We brought Seymore home and we made him a wheelchair. The best thing about the wheelchair was that he hated it. And so he was really trying to use his legs to move himself around. And as he continued to develop, all of a sudden his mobility issues disappeared. It was like just as quickly as they came on, they left. And I don't know, and our vet doesn't know, if that's because he had the support of the wheelchair and the extra physical therapy time, or if it's because he just continued to develop and kind of outgrew it, but he started walking again. That was 3 years ago. And so Seymore now lives a very, very normal life. He is still best friends with the chick who grew up to be a rooster, whose name is still Penelope. There's just nothing that delights him more than being in the water. And sometimes he will swim in this really frenzied way, like he gets the duck zoomies and he just is in his pool and he's diving and splashing and flapping his wings. And then other times he's just floating on the water and he's so calm, and you'll see him out there just for hours, just floating. We can't save them all, but I think it's proof that sometimes you need to just give these animals a chance and see what they can become. And he just needed a minute to continue with his development so that he could live a normal duck life. We say that our mission is to rescue, rehabilitate, and spoil rotten.